All right, listen, if you're a Habs fan who watched my other videos talking about how this trade seems like a robbery for the Montreal Canadiens, don't worry, I'm not switching my tune just because of the title. I just want to have a conversation about this because TOFFOLI is off to quite a hot little start with the Calgary Flames this season, playing alongside Jonathan Huberdeau and Mr. Elias Lindholm there. He already has 2 goals this season. Could have had a bunch more against the Vegas Golden Knights. Got robbed a couple of times. Seems to be a sneakily decent fit, although the foot speed is really not there. And some of the plays he makes when he gets the puck are head scratchers. But I wanted to talk about it because a lot of people are looking at this and saying, man, it's a win for the Calgary Flames. And look, I'm fully aware that you cannot judge who won or lost this trade until you see what guys like Emil Heineman, guys like Philip Machar, who were in that trade, the key pieces in the return in that trade for the Montreal Canadiens, what they do. That's when you can judge who won this trade. And again, to that, I know TOFFOLI had a terrible playoff run with the Flames last season, but this year, let's say he puts up 25-30 goals, walks into the playoffs, and has a good playoff run. That also changes the dynamic, especially if guys like Heineman and Machar don't turn out, which, spoiler alert, I think one of, if not both of them, are going to turn out. And this is coming from a Flames fan, first and foremost, saying that. But to me, I think that the Tyler TOFFOLI trade right now is still for the Flames a loss because I do think they could have got somebody a bit more prolific in that role. Okay, and look, I understand what the Flames gave up, and I understand that that's a first-round pick that if you're contending, you need to throw that to the Wolves to get something for it as a contending team. But to me, Tyler TOFFOLI, most of the time, looks kind of out of place on that top line. Now, again, he could prove me wrong, and he did a little bit yesterday because he was getting to the right spots, and he was getting good opportunities, and he was really putting pucks at the net that was like, okay, good job, Tyler. You were in the right spot there, and you put the puck on the net. However, he really, to me, seems like a right place, right time, big goal type of guy. So, to me, he doesn't really do anything to separate himself other than go to the quiet area, get the puck, put in the back of the net, which, again, it's not like he's this elite sniper or anything. Like, he puts it in at a pretty good rate, a good clip, but he's no Austin Matthews here. He's no David Pastrnak. He's no Alex Ovechkin. He's a good goal scorer, but is he even elite in that category? I'm not so sure. Like, yes, he put in a really nice goal last night against the Vegas Golden Knights. I'll give him that, but a lot of times I'm looking at him and things like the foot speed, things like the decision making with the puck, it's like, dude, this guy does not belong on the top line. Give me Mangiapane. Even Dubé looks more equipped right now to be on that top line as opposed to TOFFOLI, but they pretty much have to put him there because the only way Tyler TOFFOLI is going to be effective is if he has somebody dishing him the puck in the quiet areas and he pops it in the back of the net. It's the only way number 73 on the Flames is effective. So Darryl knows that in order to get his money's worth with TOFFOLI, he's got to put him with really good playmakers and really good players, that being Lindholm and Huberdeau. But on the Montreal side of things, when you've got Philip Machar, who in the AHL just looks really good, and even the camp he had with the Montreal Canadiens, he looked really good. He looked better than Slavkovsky for pretty much the entire camp there. And Heineman also really separated himself. I'm honestly a tad bit surprised that he didn't make the final roster. It was probably because they were so logjammed. The Habs have like literally every citizen in Montreal playing for them at forward right now. Like, it's so logjammed right now. If not, then Heineman probably would have had a good chance to make this team. He really played well. So that's 2 guys right there that I think absolutely are going to be NHL players. I think Machar at 26th overall is going to be a better player than Heineman will, but I think Heineman's going to be a very good, sneaky third liner type of player for the Montreal Canadiens, which, again, that's valuable in this league. Depth is always valuable in the National Hockey League, and if Heineman can be a very solid third-line center, bang, do you got something there. And as far as Philip Machar, this kid, to me, looks, I mean, weirdly enough, looks like he could potentially be a better version of what Tyler TOFFOLI is, which is really interesting. And I don't know, there's just a lot of layers, and I don't see people talk about this trade enough. This was a juicy Valentine's Day trade that when it came down the pipes, everybody sunk their teeth into. But now, not many people are talking about it, and I want to talk about this trade because I want to see what TOFFOLI does with the Flames. He's such an interesting, intriguing player for this organization. I want to see how many Flames fans in the comment come to bat for Tyler TOFFOLI and defend him versus how many people are like, yeah, I wish it was somebody better playing on that side, because the Flames are in the market for a winger. We know that right now. So if they can get somebody who maybe even could play on that first line with Huberdeau and Lindholm, what happens to TOFFOLI? That's what I'm looking at. And on the other side of things, Philip Machar and Emil Heineman will continue to track their progress and see where they're at. But I just wanted to have a conversation with you guys about this. Let me know what you think about it in the comments down below, as usual, of course. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, notification bell, the whole deal. I'll see you in the next one. Peace out.